Hello and welcome to Come With Us, a podcast to meet all your fantasy needs. I'm Sussy Nunez.
And I'm Reshea Riebensdorf, and we're here to delve into the tempting world of seductive romance, books, and a sprinkle of spice. He's opening up.
I know, and the fact that he was just like saying that and being like so honest and so raw, like I am jealous. I was like, yes.
Like both of the other guys have straight up like claimed her, right?
Yeah.
And
but
I
he
think
has never.
No, and I think he's gonna do it in a more emotional, talky way instead of a sexual way, and it's gonna be great.
He's more of an action guy. He will definitely demonstrate a lot of stuff with his actions and not his words. So we love C. We love him. You're gonna know more about this book in season 2. Hey, hi.
Hi. My name is Reshea.
I'm Sussy Nunez.
And this is Come With Us,
your new favorite podcast.
Hi.
Yes. Episode 0 is happening. It's here. We are doing this. So I'm excited. It's happening. You're here with us. Okay. Who are you?
Oh, who am I?
Yeah. Do I know you?
No, I just showed up at your apartment and then sat down, and she just didn't know how to make me leave.
True story.
Yeah, it's amazing. That's just the beauty of New York.
Happening, always.
So like I said, my name is Reshea. I'm a 30-something woman who is just learning about herself for the first time, like every millennial woman on TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got 3 kids. I love to
She's
read
a mother.
I'm a mother, but I'm not ya mother.
Oh, you can be our mommy.
Oh, if you want.
Yeah, I love that.
I love to pretend that I'm a bad bitch that likes to go out and do crazy things, but at the heart of it, I want to sit on my couch and read books all day, every day, particularly rainy days when it's cold outside.
See you, friend.
100%.
I see you.
Yeah.
Same.
So, how about you?
Love that. Well, before we go into me, what is your favorite color?
Oh, my favorite color is purple, but like a plum purple.
Very darks.
Like a dark, rich. I love a rich color. Pastels can get fucked. I love your apartment though. It's a great apartment. It works for you.
Bombastic, sight-eyed. Excuse you.
I'm so sorry. No, I love this because it's all colors. But like when it's just Easter is the worst of the palette.
So yes, she hasn't said it before, but she's living in Tennessee. I live in New York. She's visiting me for these few first episodes. I am Sussy Nunez. I am a Latina.
What?
I know. Wow, the accent. What?
No.
I'm pretending. No, I'm not Hilaria Baldwin. I am.
Oh no. No, not Hilaria Baldwin.
Yeah. I am Venezuelan. I grew up in Venezuela. Now I live in New York since forever now. Feels like forever. I love to read. If I could get paid to read and just write, I will definitely do that. And I like to gift to people. You know, that's one of my love languages. I love to talk a lot, and I can talk about anything and everything, and I love to ask questions. That is the thing. Like, I will ask so many questions to anything that I don't understand, or if I do understand, I want to know better or more, I will ask. I said that I don't like romance, but I love it. That's why I read a lot of it.
I think I gotta say, if I were to describe you, though, in like one sentence,
yes,
it would have to be...
Just didn't even go here.
You are the queen of self-love and acceptance.
Period. Period. Heck yeah. No, that's true. That's actually true. Yeah.
That's true. She's rubbing off on me in a platonic way. And when I go back to Tennessee, when I go back to Tennessee tomorrow, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be a whole different person. So
yeah, New York does that to you though.
I'm in love.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start a GoFundMe to be able to afford an apartment.
To afford rent 1 month. That's it.
Just 1 month.
Yes. So I love that. Thank you very much. I will say that is true. I mean, after a lot of self-work and a lot of picking up from really strong female characters in books, I say that yes, I'm in that bad bitch level right now.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. What is this podcast about?
Oh, this podcast is specifically about reading books. Reading really dirty books.
She said that.
Talking about the experiences that we want to have from those books.
Or that we had.
Indulging in our wildest fantasies, exploring ourselves.
And yours.
and our sexuality. And when I say
And
our, I'm talking about you too, our listeners, because podcasts aren't anything without listeners. And we created this podcast because we wanted to talk to more people
Heck yeah.
about the stuff that we love to talk about.
Yeah. So why and how this idea came to life? Like, what happened? How did we think about this?
I don't know how you had the idea in the first place. All I know is that a rando on a subreddit posted, made a post about wanting to do a podcast about the A Court of Thorns and Roses series, and I was very eager to be interviewed.
Because like, me, my hand, I'm raising it, look at me.
Like, I was full Hermione in that moment, like, ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, very excited. And apparently I crushed the interview. Aside from being willing to talk in general, who doesn't want to talk about books?
Heck yeah.
Yeah, and then I didn't have any friends that wanted to talk about the books I wanted to talk about. Did you?
That is the reason why I actually did that post on Reddit. I actually finished the whole ACOTAR series for the second time when I did that. And I was like, I need to talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the last book.
Oh my God.
Silver Flames.
Oh.
Yes.
Do I have a tattoo for it? Yes, I do.
Yes. I had this need of, I need to yell at something or someone about this.
Just scream into the void.
Yes.
That is podcast land.
I didn't even think about it. I was just like, you know what? Reddit. Because while I was reading for the second time, I found the Reddit, the subreddit for ACOTAR.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yep, here it is. And I just did a post saying who I was, that I was looking for a co-host. I did say a few stuff about me because I wanted people to actually like get the idea of me. And I have to say like 20-something people actually DM me and like commented on the post. I interviewed
She picked me. Eat it.
I interviewed a few of them are my friends now too. I love you guys. See you. You're gonna be in the podcast at some point too. You know it.
I didn't mean that then.
And but Reshea, I just love her energy. I loved the schedules because a lot of the people that wanted to be in the podcast, they lived in other parts of the world, and it was going to be complicated to actually record at the same time and everything. But everything just worked out with you, and that's it. And I loved it. But yeah, basically the main idea is I don't have people to talk about books with, and I was like, you know what? I need to create something. Yeah. And I wanted a community that actually like felt like me, and they could have friends. And I was like, this is the idea. I create a podcast, I create a social media platform, and then we just go there and we do this.
Perfect.
Yeah. At some point, we're going to have retreats and stuff, so stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Absolutely.
Because we're working on it. We're working on it. I promise.
It's going to be a whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah, when I think about something, I never think like, oh my God, it's a podcast. No. I'm thinking about business, stuff, everything.
We're going to have the best merch.
Hello.
The ideas we already have.
I didn't work in fashion just because. Excuse me.
Humble brag.
Oh, yeah, I don't know that word. You know. I don't know that.
I didn't work in fashion for no reason.
Exactly. Yeah, so that is how actually Come With Us started. What is Come With Us?
So Come With Us, we originally had been thinking of different names for the podcast, and none of them really stuck. We were like, I guess this one's good.
We were going to be called the Book Babes. It's great. It's okay.
It's fine.
But come with us.
Yeah, I was on vacation with a bunch of super conservative people, and she texted me. She's like, what if it was something like come with us because it means two things? And the way I squealed and like threw my toothbrush into the bag and babe, I'm trying to like tell everyone, including these like backcountry people, that our podcast was now gonna be about sex and books and dirty, smutty things while reading Ice Planet Barbarians. Had them looking at me like I had a blue tail.
I love that because that reaffirms me that this is going to be great.
Yeah, it felt so right. I was so excited. So yeah, what we are is we're just going to be talking about, we're working through, or I don't know, you've probably worked through it by now. I'm working through discovering who I am and what I like. And I feel like this is a perfect place to discuss that. I'm sure you also have appearances to uphold, I guess. So you can't really talk about these things with, the friend group that you have or the family members you have. So that's what we're here for.
Or to be honest, you don't have any friends, and that's okay too.
Hey, me neither.
Look, I have friends. I love them. If you guys are listening to this, I know you are because you love me. You know that I love you. But sometimes there's stuff that you cannot talk with other people. So that's why we are here.
Yeah, absolutely. And hopefully we help you guys to discover the stuff that you like too, and maybe open your eyes to things that you didn't know that you wanted.
Yeah, that is kind of like the mission of the podcast and why we wanted to create this space. Because this is a safe space. Whatever we say here is going to be on the internet forever, forever, forever. But it is what it is, and we love it, and we're open to it. And we hope that you're going to be open to listen to us and to give us your stories too. You can be anonymous if you don't want to say your name or whatever, but we're ready to listen to your stories too, because
absolutely,
we know you have good stories. We know.
Listen, did you have an experience that made you realize that you like it when somebody pours hot wax on you? Sure.
Yeah.
You know what? Let us know. We want to hear that story, because there's a repressed person out there listening that doesn't know that they want it until they hear us say
or
it.
Maybe you read a book and you were like, oh my God, you just discover a new kink and you had to try it, and then you tried it and you were like, I hate it.
Haunting Adeline.
If you didn't hear that, she said Haunting Adeline, and I'm finishing this book tonight. I'm loving it.
You shouldn't hate any of it yet.
No, I don't have any. I don't have anything bad to say. Well, he's a little bit weird, but whatever. I love him. I love him.
He's very sure of himself.
Yes. As you can see, we start with something and we finish saying something else.
It's a very casual conversation up here.
And that is one of the things that I wanted to talk to you, beautiful people, about. This is going to be like we are on a FaceTime call every time.
And you're just with us on that FaceTime call, except you can't figure out how to unmute yourself. That's it.
You are one of our BFFs. And every time we have an author or a guest, they're going to be in a FaceTime call with all of us too. So have that in mind every time you listen to us, because that is the idea that I always had when I was thinking about this podcast. We talk about books while we're on a FaceTime call because we're BFFs. That's it. Period.
Before we started the podcast, that's literally all we did.
Yeah.
Talked about books on a FaceTime call.
Yeah.
And we want to hear from you guys too. We're serious. We've got emails and social medias. We're going to make a subreddit, because we want every possible avenue for you to be able to get a hold of us. Because we want to have a relationship with you guys too.
Exactly. And you are this, and this is you. So just come with us.
That means two things.
Love it. So to start this in a very light note, we're going to do rapid fire questions. So you can get to know her and me a little bit better. Sure. I want you guys to know a little bit more about our maybe taste in books.
Taste in books, points of view, how we consume our literature. Okay?
Yes, go ahead.
If you could spend one day as a book character, which one would it be? One day.
One day. Honestly, do not judge me. Wait. I love this book. This is my favorite book so far.
I already know. Hold on. I'm going to say it so she can hear. She's going to say Rachel.
Yes, okay. I am talking about Rachel. Rachel from Fucking Around. No doubt. She has my 3 favorite men so far in a book. And yes, if not Rachel, I will say Elizabeth from Pride and Prejudice.
Oh, a good one.
Love that woman with my whole heart. And Mr. Darcy. I will die for Mr. Darcy.
That's fair. Yeah. Okay. Which fictional world would you love to live in?
Fae. Anything Fae. Anything fairies. Anything ACOTAR. I would say not. If I had to choose a specific place, I will say either Velaris or the Summer Court, because I think someone from that court
nothing but highs. Nothing but highs.
Exactly, yes.
And the
ACOTAR.
Ocean.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely. What's a fantasy power or ability that you wish you had?
I don't remember. Winnowing? Definitely winnowing.
Yeah, because then you just go wherever.
I could go anywhere, and I love the fact that many characters in those books, I don't want to give spoilers right now, in the ACOTAR books, they can put stuff in the while they're winnowing in other like dimensions or
Yeah, kind of
pockets or
like in
something.
the folds between
Yeah, and I love
space.
that. I will be like storing so many things.
I love that.
As a person with ADHD and my mind gets like super crazy, I will be putting stuff there.
You're
the
gonna
time.
forget about it. It's gonna become
yeah.
it's gonna become the room of requirement from Harry Potter for you.
Yeah.
Just where people just throw shit.
Exactly.
What's your out of all of the books you've ever read?
Mm.
What's the most memorable fictional kiss?
If I say this, I'm gonna spoil something for you.
Oh, well then maybe don't.
Yeah, but
Wait, is it from the book I'm reading right now?
Yes, it is from Rocking Around.
Is it?
It's the next book. The next book.
Oh.
The name is Fucking Ever After.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a short story.
Okay.
And it's a kiss between one man and the other man, and it's just mind blowing. Yeah, because you do not expect that kiss at all.
No.
And when they do it, I'm like, woo!
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
So I would say it's that so far.
Okay. All right. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Okay. Back to business.
She got really excited.
I'm very excited. Which fictional character would you want to be your best friend? Platonic best friend.
Oh, so nothing can happen.
Nothing can happen. Just friends.
Just friends? I will have to say Nesta from the ACOTAR series.
I 100% agree. Amazing.
And if I have to choose a second one, it will be Amram.
Amran?
Yeah.
She's kind of a bad bitch.
Yeah, I love her. I think we will be a duo. Yes.
Oh yeah, I love a bad bitch.
Yes.
Okay, love at first sight or slow burn romance?
Slow burn, no doubt. Love at first sight is a little bit at first sight is a little bit boring to me.
Yeah.
It's like you get obsessive, and it's just like no.
Yeah, I got you. All right, top fantasy or romance series that you recommend to everyone? Fantasy, romance, whatever genre you like.
Okay. Right now because it's season 1 and we are still obsessed with them, I will say ACOTAR, the series.
Because we want you to read them.
That's basically the first season of this podcast. It's gonna be all of the ACOTAR books and some buffers here and there. But definitely the ACOTAR series. If I have to say another one that is super light, it will be Ice Planet Barbarians because they're my favorite buffers. They're great. They're super light to read. You know that they're always going to have a happy ending.
Okay.
That's important to me.
Okay.
And other ones will be, I don't remember, Hades Handman from Tilly Cole. They're not light. They have a lot of abuse, a lot of red flags, and
a red flag romance, eh?
Yeah, they're interesting books, but I love them, and I will definitely recommend them too.
Who is the most swoon-worthy book boyfriend?
Caleb, Ilmari, and Jake. That's it.
Listen, you'll understand next season why it's appropriate that she picked 3.
Caleb, Ilmari, and Jake from Fucking Around, no doubt. Heck yes.
What if you had to pick one?
No. No.
I will not.
If I have to pick one, it will be Mr. Darcy. But it's because I just love them.
No, I'm saying, what if you had to pick one out of those 3?
Why would you choose? Why would you choose?
That's literally the genre.
Yeah, why
choose?
No, babes. No.
Okay.
No.
What is the first book that you remember ever becoming obsessed with?
Obsessed with. I was a baby, and I don't care. And it was an open ending, and I hated it because of it, but I loved the whole book. Eleanor and Park.
I've never heard of that one.
It's a YA.
Okay.
And I was obsessed because Eleanor was like chunky redhead girl with freckles, and Park was a Korean boy.
Aww.
And they were like just so different, and they were in high school, and Eleanor was like a little bit of a weirdo. And it was beautiful. I love that book so much.
Aww.
I must say that was my first obsession. And then, of course, Twilight.
It's okay. We'll forgive her.
No, I love it. I will give everything to Edward. I don't care.
Oh, no. Not the toxic romance.
Yeah, love it forever.
Okay.
And if I have to pick like a 0.1, it will be Pride and Prejudice.
Okay.
because Forever Mr. Darcy. I have said it like 5 times already.
Yeah.
I love them.
You've mentioned it maybe once or
yeah.
twice.
Yeah. I love Mr. Darcy so much.
Awesome. Well, those are my 10 questions for you.
Oh my god, are you ready for mine?
I never. For sure.
Okay, let's start with the last one.
Okay.
If you could have a conversation with any author, living or dead, who would it be and why?
Oh no. If I could have a conversation with any living or dead author,
Yes.
Neil Gaiman.
Tell me more.
So he wrote the Sandman series, which they turned into the Netflix.
Yeah.
He wrote.
Fantastic, by the way. You should watch it.
It's a great show. The comics, it's a graphic novel.
Mm-hmm.
Chef's kiss. He gave this amazing speech when he was. I'm blanking on my smart girl words. The person who they choose to speak at college graduations.
That person.
That person. He gave this
beautiful
beautiful speech called "Make Good Art," and it stuck with me. I love it. And then he has also written Stardust, which is one of the most beautiful standalone books ever written. Mr. Gaiman, Sir, if you would ever like to be on the podcast,
we're here for you.
I would really love to have a conversation with you.
Are you a fan of book adaptations, or do you generally prefer the original book?
I love a book adaptation because I'm the kind of person who can enjoy something separately from where it was derived. I love the Witcher TV series. I know a lot of people who really hated it because it deviated too much from the video games or the books.
Yeah.
But I also love the books and the video games. But I also understand that they're different. I loved the Sookie Stackhouse novels, the True Blood novels. Mm-hmm. The TV show went way off the rails, not even close to the same storyline at the end. And I loved them both separately. I think things can get messy when you start comparing them one to the other. But I'm just the person who likes to enjoy things, so I don't get all upset.
Let's see how Sarah J. Maas does that with ACOTAR right now on Hulu.
The problem with that is that I'm currently obsessed with those books, so I might have an opinion because there's certain scenes that I need to see in visual form.
Yeah.
And I mean, when there's the stabbing in the air with the falling, if I don't get that scene, because
I think you can get that
because it's deviated too much in the story and that it wouldn't fit in whatever they're making, I'm gonna be angry.
I think you could get that, but for me, I don't know. For me, it's gonna be the casting.
Oh yeah,
the casting.
We need unknowns. Yeah. We need unknowns,
and I need people that I actually see in my brain.
Also, if somebody wants to contact me from Hulu, I would absolutely love to be Nesta. I think it would fit. I think it would fit. I know that
you can act on it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not actually a huge bitch, but I could act as a huge bitch. I cosplay as a bad bitch this whole time in New York.
She's
yeah. I just put the costume on of somebody with confidence.
What is the longest book you've ever read, and did you enjoy it?
The longest book was, I think it was the Crescent City novels, because they're like 800 pages as well.
I haven't read that. I'm waiting for the third one. I cannot do it without the other one. So no.
So yeah, I read
Crescent City
by Sarah J. Maas.
And you enjoyed it?
I did. I enjoyed it a lot. The first one was good, but it didn't leave me on much of a cliffhanger. It kind of wrapped things up a bit more. The second one blew my fucking mind.
Love it.
Oh my God.
We're gonna drop a lot of F-bombs. So get comfortable with it.
Not sorry about it.
Love it. Okay. Do you have a specific reading ritual or routine?
Oh, yeah. It's don't read anything for 15 years and then consume all of the books all of the time without stopping.
I don't know what you're talking about. I do that all the time. And I will keep doing it.
When I'm into a book, I will, if I have the physical book and not the e-reader version of it, I'll have the book with me everywhere I go, though it kind of becomes a bit cumbersome sometimes. Yeah. If I have the e-reader version, I have that e-reader with me when I'm eating, when I'm cooking, when I'm doing laundry, when I'm going to the bathroom. Sometimes I have to shower without it, and that's a bummer for me.
Kindle, we love you. We are waiting for you to sponsor us because it's happening. I'm manifesting it, and period. What book do you consider a hidden gem that more people should know more about?
Stardust by Neil Gaiman, 100%. It's
That man has to
beautiful.
come to the podcast because
It's a
damn.
beautiful book, and it also helps that the copy that was given to me as a gift is it's just beautiful. It's a special edition cover, so it's like a cloth. You know those old books that's like the cloth cover,
Yeah.
with the gold embossed.
Beautiful.
Beautiful book,
Yeah.
and I love looking at it on my shelf. But it's great because it's just a little book, but it's so well written and it's so gorgeous. It's a beautiful, beautiful star-crossed lover story.
What book have you read multiple times and I still enjoy? I've reread multiple times and I still enjoy.
I'm ADHD, so I'm very bad at rereading books. But I did read Harry Potter a bunch of times when I was growing up.
I see you.
A bunch of times. Now I'm on my third reread of the ACOTAR series. I love that one too. I just try not to put Harry Potter at the forefront all of the time now because she's problematic. But
I love the books.
But back when I was 10, 11, 15, 18, they were great.
Of course.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of physical bookstores or do you prefer online shopping?
Ooh, I love a physical bookstore. I could get lost.
I see you.
Lost in a physical bookstore for hours.
Who couldn't? The smell, the books, the colors, the everything.
I know, especially like there's one bookstore in my town where I live right now.
Barnes and Nobles, I see you.
Not that one.
No, me.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna be like, there's one little local, and I love a local bookstore. The big ones are really great because they're well organized and you can get exactly what you want. You know where to look for it.
Yeah.
But my favorite are the locally owned ones that have a lot of secondhand books, and they just kind of have them placed in larger genres, and you're not going to get multiple copies of something, so it's not easy to find, and you just get lost in it. And like there's one in my town, and it's so small, but you could still be there for hours.
I have to go there now. What is the most underrated book you've ever read?
I'd say Dune, because nobody really appreciates.
I don't need more explanation.
I'm kidding. Everybody fucking loves that book. All of the nerd bros, all the nerd bros, man, they're gonna come after me. No, I think underrated book. I don't know. I think every book that I read is a properly rated book.
I love that. Good for you. Yeah. Hardcover, paperback, or audiobook? Which format do you prefer?
Paperback, and that's a new choice.
Which one was before?
Oh, I used to be a hardcover girl.
Heck no, they're too heavy.
They are a pain in the butt. Absolutely.
And I like the covers more when they're paperback.
Yeah.
They have like more art and stuff. Do you have a favorite author whose books you always look forward to?
I'm not a stalker and I'm not weird, but I'm going to say Neil Gaiman. Just saying, he's a very interesting person. He engages with his followers, and
love that.
Just a great person.
Love that. So that was the rapid fire questions. You kind of like know a little bit more about our taste in genres and books and what we like and don't like book wise. I am a crazy person for anything reverse harem or anything kinky or anything with smut, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah. The dirtier the better.
Always. The weirder the better.
You know why? Because we're not children. And neither are you. If you are, go away.
Thank you very much.
We love you. Come back when you're an adult because it's going to get dirty.
Yes. And because we want to know more about your literary taste. And oh my God, I said it without stuttering or anything.
I'm so proud of you.
I know.
She's like a real American.
I don't know about that.
Okay. That was a bit of a diss. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you like that.
Because we want to know more about your taste in books and stuff. Tell me 3 tropes that you absolutely hate and will not read for anything, not even if you get paid.
Okay, fine. And I will not be taking any questions about this, all right? I will not be argued with.
You don't have to explain yourself.
I cannot stand a pregnancy trope.
I'm with you.
I don't care what the premise is. I don't care if they already have a really great relationship. I don't care if they have a terrible relationship. I don't care if it's a one-night stand. I don't care what it is.
No.
Keep the babies out of my books.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't stand
Step 1.
an age gap.
2. I'm not with you there.
But I have to say, it's like an age gap. It's different when it's like fantasy and it's like a 500-year-old fairy that looks like he's 30 and actually an older looking man with a literal teenager.
Oh, yeah, that's different. No, I
Not
get
a
that.
fan.
Like human
Yeah,
age
human,
gap
human age gap, not a
with
fan.
an adolescent.
Yeah, like
No.
if she's like
With a teenager, no.
like barely this isn't Pornhub, okay?
No.
Barely 18.
No.
Oh no, daddy. Nuh-uh.
No.
Not a fan. So that's my second one.
When you say age gap, what are we talking about?
Specifically,
Like ages. What ages specifically?
okay. So I
Nearly
think it gets
18 and him?
like barely 18 girl and like a 45-year-old man.
Okay.
Or a 30-year-old man. No. 30 something and higher, no, because she's still a child, and also no.
I understand it. I'm with you, but I got daddy issues.
I mean, I feel
And I love it.
like if like a woman in her late 20s and a 50-year-old man, oh, that's fine. Trope number 2 that I hate.
That is number 2.
Oh, that was number 2.
Yeah.
I can
You
count.
can give me 4. You can give me 4.
I'm
if you
just
want
really
it.
good at counting. Number
Yeah.
3, men in uniform. You know why? Especially in a romance situation. Listen.
She's getting like, I have a whole
Okay.
presentation about this.
Hear me. As you can see on slide 1. No. If it's especially if it's a romance,
Mm-hmm.
the man in uniform has unresolved issues and has been conditioned to not go to therapy for it. Okay? That's my problem is when it's a romance and it's like, oh, he's a man in uniform. And I'm speaking usually military, police, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
They act like they're all perfect, everything. They get a happily ever after. And all I can say is speaking from experience that that's not reality, even a little bit. And then it causes this weird trope where young women are going to like military towns and marrying. And like, oh yeah, and don't even get me started on
We need
the
to do an episode of that.
19-year-old men at bars like falling in love with girls who are interesting, and then they get married for the benefits, and then they hate each other 3 months later, and then they have a divorce before they're any 4.
As you know, because I already told you, I'm not American, so I have no idea. That is a thing. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, they call them tag chasers. Yeah. So I don't advocate for that because it usually ends in domestic violence.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have another one? You want to share another one?
Not that I can remember.
Okay. But those are your 3
three that I
icks.
hate. The 3 icks, yeah. The trope that I love is an enemies to lovers, but the enemies are equally matched.
In what way?
In banter, and like it's got to be an enemy that it's like they're poking each other.
They're balanced.
And they're
It's
balanced.
not like she's so innocent and he's just the bad guy.
No, yeah, it's got to be like, God, I fucking hate you, and
We're talking about
I fucking
Adeline,
hate you
basically,
too.
and Zayd.
Yeah, Adeline and Zayd, or even. Oh no, take it away.
You're gonna say that. You're gonna say that because we're gonna start with ACOTAR.
Take
it. Adeline.
I'm
Adeline and Zayd.
So yeah, it's like Adeline and Zayd, or can you just make them a legal adult? Why is that so hard? As a 30-something-year-old woman, I don't want to keep reading about teenagers fucking.
I kind of get that.
Yeah.
I totally get that, and give me a more than 22 girl with a 30-something guy.
Yeah, that's fine.
Great.
That's
great.
fine.
Yeah. Or let's start writing women in their 30s.
Oh my God.
That would be so fantastic.
Susie, I need
Yes.
to know 3 tropes that automatically give you the ick, and 1 trope that you will go to bat for every time.
Definitely, they're not enough for that person. I'm not enough. I'm not enough
for you.
Oh. When you're not enough, it's your excuse to not be happy. I just cannot.
Yeah. Oh, and then also when they do the thing where they unilaterally decide that the relationship is over because they're not enough for the other person.
No. I do not believe in that. If you don't know me yet, but you're getting to know me now, and you can, for what I've been saying, know that or notice that I am a bad bitch. So I do not believe in not being enough for anyone. So yeah, I really hate that.
If you really aren't enough for someone, let the other person make that decision.
Yeah, exactly.
Good point.
Amnesia. I'm
Ooh,
traumatized.
Yeah. Oh, yeah?
I'm traumatized by K-dramas.
Oh, no.
I have a background in K-dramas, very hardcore. And at some point, I don't know what happened in Korea, everyone was doing the amnesia trope in the dramas. And then I started reading again because I was coming out of a reading slump. That's why I got into K-dramas again. And then I got out of it, and then I was reading, and all of the books were amnesia tropes. And I'm like, no! And then I'm traumatized.
That's
I'm
fair.
like, no.
Don't ever watch an American soap opera.
I've never watched an American soap opera.
There's a lot of amnesia in them, too.
And novellas, too.
Yeah, just that and an evil twin.
Every time I think about an evil twin, I think about Joey in Friends, the show.
Yeah.
Every time. And the third one, I will say Love at First Sight is annoying. I want this slow burn. I want you guys to hate each other first.
Mhm.
Or like kind of like he's obsessed but she's not.
Mm.
And then he just had to pursue her, but she's like, heck no.
Or even if they like each other, but there's something like a career in the way,
Yeah.
or like, I'm your doctor, I could never.
Yeah.
And then-
I love professional ones. Yes.
And so like, you're just, no, we're just professional. No,
Yeah, no, I didn't
that's
that.
good. We don't, yeah, the insta love is not great.
No, definitely not. If I have to choose my favorite one, I will say anything kinky / anything reverse harm. That one, I will say, is like why choose is my number one. Because I don't have to choose.
This book you're having me read is my first one in that.
And you can say that you love it. Right?
Oh my
You're
God.
obsessed.
I'm going to have a conversation with my life partners.
Yes. I love that she said partners. Now you know, we want to know your favorite tropes, and your definitely not favorite ones, the ones that you will hate forever, and you're not even going to read them even if you get paid.
Mm-hmm.
So please let us know, because, you know, we have all the social medias in live.
Yeah.
Let us know. We want to know.
Absolutely.
And why do you hate them or you love them? Because I think there's always a why.
Yeah, you have to provide context.
Yeah.
Unless it's funny or not to.
I have a friend that she would never in her life read anything with her name.
Oh, that's fair.
Nothing.
Me neither.
You are in luck.
Yeah, I know. I'll
very
never
much
read
in
a
luck.
book that has my name in it.
Yeah. So, Reshea,
Yes, ma'am.
how is this smutty season going to go down?
Oh, I'm glad you asked.
Yes.
So basically, we're going to have about 16-ish episodes for the first season.
Yes.
We're going to be, even though this is our first episode, we're calling it episode 0 because it's just kind of letting you guys all know who we are and what we're going to be doing.
And why we are your favorite podcast. Hello.
You're welcome. And we're going to be focusing on the A Court of Thorns and Roses series by Sarah J. Maas.
The ACOTAR.
Yeah, ACOTAR.
Sure.
ACOTAR for those in the know.
If you know, you know.
Just saying. So we will be having a few buffer episodes in between because the books can be a lot sometimes.
Yeah.
And that will include Ice Planet Barbarians.
Yes.
And then we're going to have a special episode on kink.
Kinky
And
dark
romance and fantasy. And we might even have some guests for you this season. And just a forewarning, we're not going to be doing a deep dive going through the book with you. There will be spoilers and stuff like that. If you want to know the book without having there being any spoilers, but you don't have the time or energy or money to buy the books or the audiobook, I have an amazing suggestion for you. We'll link it down in the description. It's called LPN Deep Dives, A Court of Thorns and Roses. The two ladies who are breaking that series down are perfection.
Love you, Jackie.
Love you, Natty. You guys are doing they're doing amazing. I say you guys, like they're already listening.
They are our friends. They don't know it yet.
They are.
Yeah, we're manifesting it.
Manifesting. Is this how you do it?
You're doing great, sweetie.
Perfect, thank you. Oh no. So yeah, you can go listen to them if you want to like have a good understanding of the book. If you want to just discuss your favorite fan theories, why we hate certain characters. If you want to just gossip about the book with us, that's what we're here for.
Yes. Opinions, POBs.
And then we will be dropping a new episode every Monday because, in my opinion,
listen to this.
in my opinion, the work week is like a dick, and you got to get eased into it. So we are your foreplay.
That is the perfect definition for this podcast because it's true.
Yeah.
Beautiful human beings who are listening to this. I don't want to put a gender on you.
Also, there's more yous than just...
Yeah.
I know it's stereotypical for just women to listen to stuff like this, but we would die for a different gendered point of view.
If you want to come to the podcast and talk about smut and you're a man, a they, them, whatever you want to call yourself, write an email right now. We want to know. We want to
now.
have
Stop it. Go to your computer right now.
We want to have you in the podcast ASAP. If you have social media, and you do, because hello, it's 2023.
You did that. I'm so proud of us.
You know how many times a day I say that. I love it. Yeah, it's 2023. You do know that you have social media. So if you don't, what are you doing, babe?
You're lying.
And if you don't, I get it, but
we're judging you.
Yeah. I didn't want to say it, but yeah.
It's fine. It's fine.
No, it's on. Follow us on Instagram. It's going to be Come With Us, POD.
On TikTok, we're also at Come With Us Pod. And then we're both linked on that TikTok. My TikTok handle is all one word, Charlotte Rivers 4 with the number 4 at the end. And my Instagram is Reshea_reads.
Me, myself, and I at Sussy Nunez on Instagram and at Sussy Nunez 1111 on TikTok.
Well, I just thought it was 1111 and I didn't
11,
understand.
11,
I get it now.
11.
You gave me the necklace. I should have known.
Anyways,
thank you so much.
You guys are the best. You human beings, beautiful souls. Thank you for listening to this FaceTime call.
Yeah.
And being here with us because you're one of our BFFs. And we really appreciate you being here, listening to this, and of course, sharing this because why not? Sure. Thank you. You're the best. Come back. We'll see you next Monday. Right?
Yeah, next Monday. Remember, it's okay to read one more chapter.
Always.
Always, just one more.
Always. Come with us next time. Mwah. Bye.
Bye.
I think that was great.
And stop.
Yeah.